Hello, it's Alan here from Man at YouTube, covering the 14th of July's Smash Bandai World Cup qualifier in Australia. The event was hosted in the Sydney Convention Centre on the Darling Harbour. It resided within an anime convention on the trading floor. This competition was hosted with the assistance of the Smash Anime Convention Committee, Hobbico, and Bandai Southeast Asia. Being the third time hosted within this country, the stakes were high, with a free trip to Japan representing this country in the World Cup and prize money through vouchers at Hobbico. First, a little bit of video housekeeping. The models are not displayed in any particular order, excluding the first place in the Open and Junior category, which will appear at the end of the video. The rest of it is in order of from the left side of the booth all the way to the right, with the large dioramas in the centre created by Hobbico. I have to admit, I was extremely excited to be at Sydney in Smash at the time this event was on, and to enter myself. I do admit to flying down exclusively for this very event. The sheer workmanship, craftsmanship, just really nicely made models, very creative. I love the contemporary aspect of the Bandai World Cup, where you're not restricted to the out of the box finish or any sort of historical or made up reference materials. The hosts and the staff are very accommodating to this event as well after you register, with constant updates and a personal phone call making sure that you're ready and the models that you are producing are on schedule or finished by the deadline. Once arriving, they were very friendly, escorted you to your area and were quite helpful. Some of them remembered my name and had a great chat. Very professional conduct. There were 5 categories to enter within 2 tiers of levels. You had the Open, which was anything goes for individuals over the age of 18. The prize, a trip to Japan and a large sum of cash in voucher for Hobbico, and the Junior category, which is similar, but you get a ticket for a Guardian. The lower tier was out of the box SD 1 to 144 and 1 to 100. The competition among all the tiers were extremely fierce, and the modelling and workmanship fantastic. A lot of known modelers rocked up, as well as people we're not too familiar with as a community. Of course, Hobbico has gone up and beyond the Call of Duty in the presentation and their own personal efforts. They had a couple of relatives' friends dress up in the Gundam Girl uniforms, similar to the overseas events, and displayed last year's Sengoku diorama and presented their newest project, which they've worked painstakingly hard over the past few nights and months, including a few all-nighters. The sport diorama was quite a fantastic treat to check out, all out of their own pocket. Within the Open category, the individuals that placed first, second and third work was amazingly high in the realm of scratch building and finish plus diorama. The first, which was won by Mark, he built the Dom last year, did a centipede using multiple high grade and SD Ksatria kits. Second place went to Ghost of Xeon with the Ksatria goth look on top of the castle we all saw at the Model Expo. And third, which was the return of the gentleman that won 2 years ago with that fantastic scratch build Gundam. He scratched this Hakushiki Delta Plus in the gold colour scheme. At first didn't notice, but just the sheer no mistakes and workmanship was amazing. Even though it lacked a diorama, the fact that it looked like an existing master grade was quite special. The other kits in the open category were also quite amazing and came close, including the Zaku in the forest land and the diorama with the Zaku in the water being faced by a GM. A lot of very, very nice work, though in future it would be really cool to see some more scratch builds. Also, a special note, my good friend and travel companion Wolfman X won the second in the 1-100 category. Now, when you win, you'll receive a phone call from the judges, another point on their good hospitality, to make sure you'll be there the next day to receive your award during the ceremony. He won a $100 gift card voucher, and he built a Rezeal from Unicorn. It was a very dark grey black chrome colour scheme. Overall, I was really glad to see a massive increase in quality of finish and model building. It was also really great to see a lot of new faces and beginners having a go at variable skill levels. I have to absolutely encourage, and all modelers should encourage, if you do fancy these type of competitions, you should enter them regardless of where your skill levels are. If you're proud of your model and really want to show it off, it's a lot of fun to bring it down to these competitions, and you can learn a lot from putting them up against others and receiving critiques and ideas on how and where you can improve for future events where you may be of this caliber to win. Within the open category, I absolutely agree and approve of the judges' decisions to which place is what. I didn't see the judging anywhere near as controversial as any other competition I've attended this year or last year, which was very pleasing that they followed through with what the guide and rules roughly set out in being a contemporary competition. It was also interesting to see a lot of modelers taking lead on what has been successful and won in the past and going towards that creative streak and making sure that models are based on custom dioramas. It was a bit of a shock a few years ago where we didn't know you could build your own mini base vignette for the lower competitions, but that's becoming more evident. I was very happy having the ability to organise myself and others through the Gundam Forum Australia, and also meeting a lot of the guys on the day. It was a bit of disappointment that a couple of people from last year didn't rock up, but there's always next year. Had an absolute blast of a time. This is the project that won first place in the open category and considered best of show, and the award of representing Australia in the Bandai World Cup for Japan. I really did enjoy this model. It was complex yet very enjoyable to look at. The number of Kshatriyas mounted on each other to create the centipede animal effect was fantastic. I hope it wasn't based off the movie. From a comment made by Ghost of Xeon, he believes that there's got to be around $600 worth of kits invested in this, as 2 high-grade Kshatriyas and various SDs were used. A well-deserved place and an amazing modeler. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will of course attend this again next year. A lot of fun. I do thank the hosts of Smash and Hobbico of putting this on, and thank you for everyone who had a chat and approached me. I have received news that this event will occur a little later next year in the 10th of August due to renovations to the venue, so let's see what happens till then. Catch you guys later.